Said what I said. Said what I said. The cost of living is a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. The cost of living here in London, UK at the moment, is a disgrace. Sorry. Everything's expensive. You literally have to shop around like the grandmothers, who'd go around to the different shops and get the right products. Like you've got to do all that before you could go shopping in one place. What the hell are you bouncing up and down for? My camera, my video. You used to go in one place, you find everything you wanted back in the day. Now you have to shop around different shops and get the best deal. Okay. The cost of living is a disgrace. Like the cost of things that are just basic, things that you would never think about buying, you have to literally reconsider. And yeah, it's just a disgrace. And we also had a massive 2-week Christmas holiday here. So, it just dragged, like the holidays just dragged. And for those that have kids, you have to meal prep for breakfast, lunch, dinner for 2 weeks in a row. And it's tiring as a mum, for children to be meal prepping for that long. And that's what made it just tiring. I feel like it was just really intense. And because it's cold, there's nowhere to go, so everybody's cooped up in their houses. And I think the only way to survive that and to get through it is just to not think about how long the holidays are and just deal with the day, one day at a time, one step at a time. Because if you start thinking, how am I going to get through this holiday, like in the beginning of the holidays, then by the end of the week, you'll just collapse of exhaustion because these kids can eat. They can snack. I don't know, maybe it's the cold weather. This is not actually flax oil. I just used the containers. I'm recycling. I have another this almond oil, but I put it inside the flax seed because I like this bottle. I think it's handy to put in and take it with me. So today I went swimming and I put my almond oil in here, and because I like the smallness of this oil bottle. So yeah, it's just. And if you happen to be Orthodox like me, we celebrate our Christmas on a different day. This year it had to be cancelled. I'm sorry, but it had to be cancelled, okay? Because by the time they went back to school, I had no energy to be celebrating Orthodox Christianity. I mean, Orthodox Christmas. I had no energy. It was depleted on turkey and on Christmas tree traditions, okay, and all that present and Santa palaver. I had no energy left for the traditional Christmas. There was no energy. It was gone, depleted, because that was the day when they went back to school. Now, one of my eldest, I said, oh, it's our Christmas, so I made her stay at home, which is fine. Yeah, but the other children, they went because they're school. Yeah, they went. But yeah, because it was tough because, one of my child's school decided to have an inset day on the day after the holidays, on the first day back, they decided to not open. And another child of mine, they decided to have an inset day. And I just feel like it's just adding salt on the injury. For us moms to be you couldn't survive one more day of the Christmas holidays. Nothing's going to happen to you. And it's just rude. It was rude, unnecessary to have an inset day on the day that you're supposed to get back. Okay? It was rude, unnecessary, it was mean. And I just felt like that extra day, physically, I had no energy for the day that they decided to have an inset day on a Christmas holiday. I think that was mean. It was uncalled for, especially in these cost of living crisis, and to think about what to do one more time, where to take them, how to entertain them. that pressure was unnecessary on mothers. As usual, it falls on them, and it tired me out. So luckily, I went to the gym like yesterday and stuff, and yeah, to recover, because I feel like going to the gym helps me, gives me more energy. So, and then today I went as well, um, just to regain and recover from the 2 weeks holiday, because it takes a lot of toll on me. The planning, the excitement, the tinsels, the decoration, the presents, the stuffing, the Brussels sprouts, the pudding, all that stuff. Um, I had like a full fridge, and within the 2 weeks, everything was just gone. It was gone. Luckily, obviously I went shopping yesterday. I had to refill up everything. Yeah, no, I'm grateful, to be honest. Whatever because I always try and make my house cozy, and I don't believe in this keeping the house cold business. I don't believe in that. I think that's mean. I like it, but I like a warm house. In fact, but I don't like it when it's too hot as well, because then I just don't like too much heat. I like fresh air. I don't like stuffiness. I like to open the window. So yeah, no, it's just New Year, Happy New Year, and just the whole New Year celebration thing. Like, I was at home. Yeah, so I was at home. Putting the heater down. It's too hot. Yeah, I'm here in the kitchen. I put the heater down. Closed it. So yeah, I don't believe in cold houses. Cold, dingy houses are not nice. It's not good for the body. It's not good for your mood. It's very hard to sleep in cold houses. And from my memories, a lot of boomers like to keep a cold house. Sorry about that interruption. So where was I? The cost of living shrinking products, shrinking food. It's just something else. Like it really was. It really was something else. Mm, it was just it's really tough. But you know what? We bounce back and we're grateful. We are grateful people. We are grateful people for what we have. And a lot of people are literally, really stressed about the standard of living going south. But I just think like we black people have always, we've always experienced these ups and downs. So for us, it's like, we're used to it. I think it's a lot harder for white people who've never experienced this kind of. I don't think they've experienced this kind of cost of living since the war days, like literally since the rationing World War II days. They've never experienced this. For them, it's very, very hard. They've never, but obviously, black people have experienced brokenness because there's always a brokey in their family. Like, it's normal. Like we don't we don't have like this financial like we don't have this financial class like barrier where we just ignore people who are poor. We've never had that. Um, and the old sort of classification of like upper middle working class, like it doesn't really like the whole financial thing has kind of disappeared and it's more like a cultural thing. Like, there are working class people who are way richer, like in fact they've got a lot of cash on them. But now it's a different type of inflation, a different type of cost of living because it's affecting all classes. Like the middle class is just erased. There's a lot of really struggling middle class people, and that's the kind of global situation we're in right now, where there's a lot of uncertainty, and I think it's a lot harder for the middle class because they've always had to keep up the pretense, and I think it's hard for them to do that in these conditions because these conditions are tough out there. Like, and in terms of me, like because I'm a Christian, like, and I know that because I just put everything in God's hands. Like, poverty for us Christians, the poorer you are, the more, especially the type of Christianity that I come from. Um, I know that there's more favor in God helping the poor than the wealthy. Like, so in fact, we sort of envy the poor because we know that they are a lot more closer to God, and Jesus likes them better than the so-called wealthy. So I could never relate to that. Like, I just can't relate to different churches that preach, prosperity and preach money. Like, I find that weird because I didn't grow up like that culturally, and it just doesn't make sense from a religious text point of view why those that are more wealthy. Why those are more wealthy are more celebrated in the Christian faith. It just does. I've never got that. I've never understood that. I just find it weird. But then again, that's the kind of Christianity that we see in the West because they believe like the more money you have, then the more likely you're going to go to heaven. Like I did sociology, and that's the kind of Christianity they're on, and maybe that's why for them being poor is a bad thing. And I also think that's kind of related. I can go into more sociological thing by linking the Chinese and the Western world together because the Chinese believe that those that are not doing well in life basically had bad karma. That's their religion. And I believe that's why it's linked to Western Christianity and Western people, Western Anglo-Saxon people. And I believe that they have a connection that way. That's what unites the Chinese with them. Whereas I'm from the South, and that's a completely different thing. There's none of that nonsense. We're different. So, um, Yeah, so no, it's definitely a strange time to be in. But yeah, the cost of living crisis, is not easy. I definitely have noticed, the money definitely, the cost of things definitely going up, like cost of basic things, I have noticed that. And we used to have a thing called pound shops. The pound shops are no longer pound shops. The pound shops are £20 shops now. Like they've doubled, tripled, you name it, inflation. Ooh, hit the roof. They have hit the roof with their pricing lately. Uh, Little things like things that we used to consider like basic and now are luxury. Eating out is part of the staple culture, diet culture of London life. And I'm seeing more and more empty restaurants, empty, like no one there on their J's. Um, People don't eat as much as before. I mean, I haven't eaten out like, whereas before I used to eat out a lot, I don't anymore. And I think the other day I was just like, I really missed a Singapore noodle. Like, I really missed it, and I must have gone in there and ordered, and the restaurant was empty. I was the only one there. And it's really sad for like these businesses because they rely on customers, and if customers are not coming in, like, how long can they be open? Like, they're used to rotating doors, people coming in, but when I came in, like, I gave them something to do. I'm glad I went because I really missed the Singapore rice noodle. That's my favorite. The thing is with these like uh, Thai Chinese restaurants, because I don't understand what they are. Like the only ones I know are this is like I'll go through it and Singapore rice noodle. That's the one I know. That's the one I like guaranteed. Like, I don't want to make no like experiment. And then when I get it, I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like so, but I really miss the Singapore rice noodle the other day, and I just like, okay, let me just eat quickly. They're like, take away eating. I said, eating. Went in, okay, go in. The only one there, empty. The restaurant was empty. I'm telling you guys. Okay, the restaurant was empty. And I just felt so bad for them. Like it was the best Singapore rice noodle ever because it was like there was no customer service there, so all the ingredients were just fresh. Like they gave me a big bowl and so yummy. Oh my god, I miss the Singapore rice noodles. But the woman was so attentive. She was like, "Is it nice?" I said, "Yes, yes, it's nice." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Before Chinese restaurants, yeah, because I used to get so many customers. They were so abrupt. Like they would get so much. So like they had no time for you. You had to eat and get out. First time yesterday in a Chinese restaurant, I was treated with like so much care and delicacy, and asking me if I was okay, and the money wasn't snatched off my hand. You know what I mean? Like there was no rudeness. Like they're even being nice to black people. Like we were paying customers. Like, oh my god, you know. Before they just they rush you around so you can leave. So the next customer, you're literally like hot seat. Okay, that's how things were popping. Okay, back in the day when it comes to restaurants. Now I walk past dead restaurants are dead. Asian restaurant dead. All that white tablecloth, and it's like the other ones, the Asian company, like when they're all by themselves, like it's too intimidating. Me going there with the white tablecloths and bright lights and just one person eating by themselves in a restaurant, like, and then having to deal with all these workers. But all the junk food restaurants are doing well because that's all people can afford, like the cheap, unhealthy, shite restaurants, chicken and chips. That's all people could afford, and they're getting busy. But it's such a shame for the restaurant industry that it's being killed slowly. Everywhere I go, like one couple, one table, or the pub, which is because it's warm, you'll have their beer. They don't necessarily eat, and it's such a shame. So you can see the cost of living is definitely here. Um, for those who don't know, because I'm a bit of a socialist, like organize and like I volunteer with somebody like in a group, and we do events and stuff, and you'd be surprised, like so many people come, and because where we go, it's warm, and we provide them tea and we provide them coffee, and it's just so nice, like to be part of that and offer people coffee, tea, make them feel welcome, and that's not something I've been doing, but it's also nice to get involved in something like that, and you can see like the different people that are coming because of the cost of living crisis. Like you get to see um, what it is, and we're seeing like different types of people who'd never come in, who have too much pride coming in, like siblings. It's but we want to make them feel welcome. We're not this clipboard pen pushing people who make people feel even worse about themselves. No, no, none of that. Like when you come through the door, everyone's welcome. We're very, and they also feel like relieved when they know that they're not going to be judged. They're welcomed. Like for them, it's like a relief, and that's what we want. And because of, um, I just think what we're doing for the community is so good, helping, and no matter what the circumstances are, even though we know they're going through hard times, we help them. We make them feel welcome. We provide chairs for them. We provide tea and coffee. We provide pastry. We give gifts when we have, gifts. So, and we also take them out on night out and stuff. Like, because this is the kind of thing I do. I enjoy it. I love it, and it's so nice that there are organizations, like ours that don't make people feel like crap. Like, and I've seen a lot of YouTube videos. America's just so heartbreaking. Like what's happening there? People living in their cars, and it's so heartbreaking. With ours, we're seeing a lot of single people, who are lonely, who don't have the basics, like able-bodied young men, like, and who we can't judge because we don't know their situation. They're struggling, and we welcome all of them. Pensioners coming, young mothers with their children. A lot of the time it's like when they come, they just want to chat. Like they don't even want like, no, they obviously want it, but like they enjoy chatting and meeting other people, like it's having a community, and it's just so nice to be involved in that. I was asked to volunteer because of my work commitments and family commitments. I couldn't, but then one day I volunteered, and I'm just so glad I volunteered. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy helping people. Like there is such joy in helping people and making sure um, they leave happy. They may come in hungry and cold and whatever, but when they leave, they're actually happy. They've chatted to somebody. They were treated like a human being, not like a number on a clipboard, not made to feel like they're crap. No, none of that. Just spoken to normally. And that's what we should do as human beings. We should do that, less judging, and just help them and talk to them, and also ask them how they've been, how their week has been, what they've been up to. And, it's really nice. And I think that's so that's what I've been doing. I've been doing that, just helping. So when you see all that, you get to have a perspective of the real scale of the problem that we have, and it's crazy, crazy. It's crazy. I've helped certain organizations in terms of helping them get funding because they're also struggling. Like these organizations, are struggling to to get funding and things like that. It's just like, but I know that these organizations will benefit the community, so I really don't mind giving my time. to help these organizations. They're contacting me and saying, "Can you help us with this?" It's like, and at the same time, you have to think about yourself as well. Like making sure you're healthy, and because there's going to be a lot of people who's going to rely on your services in the future. So you've got to be tip top condition for that. Like you have got to be. I just feel like as people, we should be grateful. Like those that are able-bodied need to do a lot more. They need to help more because your services are needed. And if you have the ability to organize and help in these uncertain times, we need to. Like, I'm not even joking. You need to have organization skills, last minute skills to band together and help, because I've seen it online, like things are gonna get tough, like, but I've watched the videos and I didn't really expect like that it will actually come into reality, and it has. Like, people should be prepping, they should be storing, they should have like a plan B if anything happens. This is what we do. Luckily, I have that organized. I have that community within my group, my area. I have that, thank God, because of the field of work that I work in, and being a proud socialist. This is what we're supposed to do. I think people have gone over the initial shock of realization that they are poorer than they've ever been before the shame made them hide their situation and pretend, like deny it. But now there's no denying. It's like a lot are actually coming out and asking for help, which is good, because admitting is the first step to finding a solution. So it's scary, absolutely scary. Like, people are generally like worrying about what they're going to do. I've even started this bloody stock. What is it? Stock shares and stocks nonsense that's been shit. Like that stuff used to bore me. Like the sight of a graph used to bore me. But I've even researched that, like just to make sure, just to get ready, like, because we have to find all revenues. And I've never, while everybody's been monetized over YouTube, I have never been interested in being monetized on YouTube, okay? That's never my thing, because I joined YouTube not for money reasons. I joined YouTube because I like to express myself. That was mostly why I joined YouTube, for therapy reasons, for expressing. It's never been about the money. I couldn't care less. Like, but I've realized there's like videos like mine are trending more. Like more on YouTube is actually giving us a chance now. Before they used to put us on the back of the algorithm, but now they're trying to give us a voice. Like YouTube is trying to give people like my simpleton channel. This is what's making all that noise. Feels dry skin. YouTube. I'm seeing more like people using YouTube for like venting, which I love, because it's a great place to vent. Oh my God, I love that. But they're actually venting their problems and they're getting money, which is amazing. It's a brilliant thing, honestly. So I'm going to probably be more consistent and do more YouTube videos, because I think this topic is very much needed on survival. Like, I could provide more tips on the cost of living and survival tips and things like that. Maybe like cooking skills, something, because we're finding out. We're finding out. All the hacks and stuff, and how to survive, like pulses, like you gotta know how to cook pulses. I know how to cook pulses, like, because we pulses in our culture are there for rainy days. Like, you bring the pulses out, you bring the grains out, but not many people grew up eating pulses. Like, people call it horse food. Like, ew, I'm not. But the thing is, pulses and grains are really good if you know how to cook it. Obviously, I know how to cook it. Some certain people don't know how to cook it, and then it's not edible. But you see, these kind of skills, I think people really need, like right now, during a cost of living crisis, because people are suffering because they don't know how to cook pulses. Like, they don't know what to do with it. Like, they don't know what to do with pulses. The other day, I used runner beans for the first time in my life. Like, nothing makes me sick than beans. Beans are like on the bottom of the shelf for me. Beans are after pulses. Okay. And the one right at the bottom is the black. The dark lentils. Those are just disgusting. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. I know it's very healthy, but the black lentils is something which I can't eat. That and red kidney beans. Yuck. Yuck. I'm sorry. But the other day, runner beans I can do. Runner beans are not bad. Not what is it? Butter beans. Butter beans are not bad. You can make really nice dishes with butter beans, guys. I know, because my mom grows it in the garden. She puts it in her pizza. She makes it in a sauce. So I've actually seen the thing grow up on the wall. Okay, butter beans are more fatter, but they're tasty and they're very nutritious. And you can buy here in the can, like butter beans can be sold like in a can. So I must have had it in the cupboard, like on the bottom of the shelf, like pantry food. Like, okay, 2 weeks summer Christmas holidays. Let me check my cupboard, and the only thing I could see was butter beans. And I'm like, okay, I've got to make this taste nice. Believe it or not, it tasted nice. One of my kids ate it. I had to mush it up, get rid of the skin, because if my kids see the skin and stuff, that puts them off. They get annoyed, like when I try and squeeze in a vegetable, like, yeah, what's this? But the butter beans was very tasty. It was nutritional, very nice. I can't complain about those butter beans. The red kidney beans can stay in the bottom of the shelf. I'm sorry. I don't eat red kidney beans. That is beneath me. I'm sorry. I don't even know how Caribbeans eat red kidney beans with rice. Disgusting. Sorry. I shouldn't say that about food, but red kidney beans are nasty. Baked beans I could manage with eggs and jack potato, but again, baked beans are also on the bottom shelf when there's nothing to eat. Baked beans are uni food. Because we grew up, eating school dinners, we're used to baked beans. They used to always have baked beans like on the side. So we know the taste of baked beans. I'm sure for Americans, baked beans are disgusting. Like, they cannot eat baked beans. However, one thing I tried was green mushy peas. Okay, the green mushy peas come in a can. I tried to cook that, but it was some strange fluorescent green color. Went straight in the bin. I'm not eating that. I'm sorry. The mushy peas that I eat, that I've had with fish and chips, that are very nice, okay, that are delicious, was not the same one I had in that stinking can. Those were different mushy peas. Those were disgusting. I couldn't eat that. That went straight. I opened it. I looked at it. I didn't like it. I'm not giving this to my kids. I'm sorry. Bin. Bin. So yeah, I haven't got myself. I just cannot open the red kidney beans. The red kidney beans are just. Thinking about red kidney beans makes me sick. I hate it. I hate that. It's just disgusting. It's heavy. It's filling. I just don't like it. It feels like rubber when you chew it, and it's even more disgusting when it's mixed with rice. Why? Why would you eat that? You know? Even rice, like too much of rice is just not nice. Like, I don't want to have too much of rice. I keep it to a minimum. But if I do have rice, it's the jasmine sticky rice. Very nice. So yeah, that is what I mean by the cost of living crisis. Cost of living crisis. It is not easy. It is not easy. Yes. Yes. Another thing that I cannot stand during the Christmas holiday is flipping Zendaya, okay, being shoved in my face every week. Zendaya, you are not a black woman. Just leave us alone. Leave the black community alone. Go away. Stop using the black community to boost yourself up. Zendaya and Tyler can just get lost. I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. I am sick and tired of Zendaya and Tyler. Those are the people I just do not want to see. Okay? I'm sick and tired of they're paying the press, they're paying the bots to mention their name every 5 seconds. Seriously, Zendaya and whatever her name is, Tyler, like literally are so annoying. Like so annoying. Like I don't understand their purpose. And Ariana Grande, just go away. Go away. So, we don't care. We really don't give a shit. Seriously. And all these designer labels, they're getting so desperate using stars to promote their crappy clothes. Like, ain't nobody buying your shit no more. Ain't nobody buying your ish no more. I used to wear Gucci, but no, that's not me. You know? I used to wear Prada, but no, that's not me. Just celebrity culture. Celebrities are effing annoying. We know that they're suffering from the cost of living crisis because a lot of them are on OnlyFans now because they're desperate. They're not. Nobody's going out entertaining themselves like before. But it's just a constant. They can feel like it's like they want to stay relevant by keep pushing content about themselves. It's like go away. And one of them is Zendaya. Zendaya's PR team are working day and night to harass black people about what Zendaya eats, what Zendaya does, what film she's promoting. We don't care. Zendaya, you're not black. Zendaya, you're not a black woman. Go away. Go away. Leave our community alone. Like we're just surviving here, and you're there showing the glitzy lifestyle to black people. Like you are not black, okay? She knows white people do not tolerate her. She's not welcome in their community, but she has to come harassing black people and call herself a black woman. She is so annoying, seriously. But telling you guys, I am telling you people, this is the first New Year where I didn't even go shopping for the January sales. Yes. is bleak. Like, I didn't even go shopping to the January sale. That's how, like, the cost of living is hella cost of living right now. Okay. Boxing Day was cancelled this year. Boxing Day was cancelled. There was a storm. Nobody went shopping. Nobody done. Okay, this year, I don't know how these retailers are going to survive because no one is shopping like they normally do in the January. It is tough out there. I'm telling you, it is tough out there. It is tough out there. Like, we are buying the priority things. Like, we don't have the pleasure of splurging on designer bags or perfume, things like that. I mean, today I couldn't help myself. I got a cleanser because it was on sale. I bought a lovely ordinary cleanser. It was reduced. Things like that is a bargain. But even, facial skincare and stuff like that is being reduced. Let me show you. So I must have bought the ordinary. And normally it's sold in the shop for, hang on, the price is here. Where is it? Yeah, they normally sell it for £11. I got it for a £5. This is a sale, it's a bargain. It's a lovely cleansing cream. I love it. Foaming cleanser. And you rinse it off. So yeah, that's a good sale. So stuff like that, only bought it for a £5. Bargain, because I do like my skincare. But in terms of perfume, in terms of buying a new outfit, no. This is the first Christmas where I didn't do that because there is a cost of living crisis. We cannot splurge like we used to. We just can't. I'm just wearing what I already have. Like, I'm trying to, buy the basics. Amazing boots, jacket for the winter, and then for the summer I'll buy clothes. But you can feel the recession. Like, you can really feel it. Is it a recession or is it cost of living crisis? I don't even know what it is. I can't keep up anymore. But yeah. Anyways, just thought I'll do a quick video.